just when you think it's a Wildcat MK3 from FX, and you're like, yeah, they're really good, love them. But then, boom, they go and throw a bottle on the end of it. Oh my God, that changes a lot of things. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD, and this is the very new FX Wildcat MK3 BT. BT meaning bottle. Now that is pretty cool, don't you think? What does it mean having a bottle? Well, it means more power and it means bigger shot count. So let me just throw out a few specs and we'll dig deep into this review then. And I have ran two of these. I've ran a 2.2 caliber one, and this one on the table is a 177. So I've got two lots of targets to show you. I am pretty impressed with this thing. Although this one isn't left-handed, you know, I had to use it right-handed, which isn't my best sort of shooting because I'm a lefty, but you know, it is what it is. I gave it a pretty good going over, let me just tell you. So let's just throw out some specs then. So, well, first of all, basically, what's changed? Well, you've got a bigger plenum on the BT version, and obviously you've got a bottle, and then you've got the manometer or the gauge, which is here instead of obviously on the end of the cylinder. And not only that, you've now got a filler port, which is loads better. It just is loads better. So, by the way, that is wearing a Hugget. I think that's a Hugget Magna. Yeah, Hugget Magna. UK built moderator. Really keeping this thing quiet. Wearing a Hawk. I think that's a Hawk Vantage, if I remember rightly. No, I don't remember rightly. That is a Hawk Endurance. Just in case you're interested, 4-16 x 50 riding on there. Bolted on with sports match mounts. Now, this basically is a Maverick cross between a Wildcat, if that makes sense. So you've got like the Maverick guts, kind of, inside the Wildcat stock. That makes sense? Yeah, it does to me anyway. That's pretty much what you've got. And it is so cool. Let me throw out some specs then. So this is the compact version. So this has got a 500mm barrel and it has got a 300cc bottle on there. You can get the MK3 BT VP, VP standing for valued price. That comes with a 600mm barrel and a 400cc aluminium bottle, not the carbon fibre like what you get on here. You can also get the sniper as well, and that comes with a 700mm barrel, which, as you know, it would be a sniper, 580cc carbon fibre bottle, and obviously you can get different barrel kits from 177 all the way to 30 cal. Now, what is really cool about this rifle is its compactness. So this particular one, the compact, I think, to be honest, in my opinion, and I know you can get the snipers, which is cool, you know, these, if you don't like the modular stock, so to speak, or the modular stroke tactical look of, say, the Impact, and you want something practical yet, I don't know, ergonomically nice. I know the Impact is really ergonomically sound, but if you just want like this synthetic finish that's just a little bit sort of smoother, if that makes sense, then you're probably going to go for the Wildcat, aren't you? So, but what makes this rifle really cool is the fact that it is now taking a bottle, okay? And this particular one, like I said, because it is a compact one, it's going to be perfect for like pest control, sort of in a barn or something like that, where you've got to take some close-up shots or stuff like that. This, however, is a sub 12 foot-pound version here in the UK. This one, like I said, is 177. The 2.2 that I used, shot that under floodlight actually. I was that keen to sort of get some footage of that. I was shooting it in the dark under floodlight, so hence this dodgy, grainy footage that you can see. But yeah, they're just so cool. Just really, it's just a real nice configuration. And like I say, you can have the 700ml bottle with a massive 500 odd cc bottle. You can have all that. But I think in a bullpup design, I think the idea is to kind of keep it short, in my opinion. That's my opinion. But, you know, I've used longer barrel Wildcats in the past, you know, and it's all good. But this particular one, not so much the sub 12 foot-pound one, but the BT version has essentially been designed to shoot heavier pellets or slugs. That's the whole idea of it. So if you're just shooting conventional pellets, you're probably better off sticking to the just a normal standard Mark III. But if you want to sort of move on to heavier slugs or heavier pellets, then I think this is going to be the baby. Okay, this is going to be the pussycat that you need. Now, moving on to the rest of these specs then. So I'm just on the website, just scrolling through. So a forward positioned cocking lever. I mean, that's obvious anyway. Magazine type. So you've got the cassette style magazines. I'll show you that shortly. So into two, they're 18 shot. 177, they're 22 shot. In 25 cal, they're 16 shot, and in 30 cal, they are 13 shot. Synthetic soft touch stock, which, you know, we all sort of know about now. You know, if you're familiar with FXs, we all sort of like this stock. It's just dead comfortable. Manual safety catch, Picatinny rail on top to throw on any optic you desire. Built-in shroud system with 1/2-inch UNF thread. So it also depends what country you're in, what sort of thread you have on the end of the barrel. You do obviously get the thread protector there, okay, which is metal, by the way. Wedding ring test. But this is wearing a Hug-It Magna silencer just to keep things really quiet. Pressure gauge is one for the air tube pressure, or the bottle pressure in this case, and there's one for the regulator pressure, which is back here. Okay, I'll show you that in more detail in a minute. Calibers available, I've already kind of mentioned that with magazines, 177, 22, 25 and 30. Shot count, I'll put that in the details of the video, because there's a lot of variations there depending on what power you're going for, so I'm not going to sort of reel off all that. On the standard compact, like the normal standard one with the cylinder, it's 230cc, so the air tube is 230cc. Okay, on the BT compact, which is this one, it's 300cc with this little bottle. Okay, so that kind of puts it in perspective, so to speak. The standard sniper version, again with just the cylinder, that'll hold 300cc, whereas the BT sniper that has the bottle will hold 580cc. So there is a big advantage having that bottle, real big advantage. The air cylinder on the standards, aluminium, not removable. Compact BT and sniper BT, obviously carbon fibre, removable. And on the VP, the value priced BT version, it's just a bog standard sort of aluminium, but it is removable as well. You can fill up the compact and the sniper to 250 bar. The standard and the VP will go to 230 bar. Quick charge system, the Mark 1 Pro, which, you know, I've got that in the box somewhere. I'll show you that later on. The length, overall length of the compact is 670 millimeters. Obviously, that's without a mod. The VP is 790 and the sniper is 890, and that is pretty much your specs Okay. So, isn't that pretty nice then? Don't you think? Oh yeah. Now, ideally, I would have liked a left-handed one to play with, but I've had to adapt to my shooting. Now, it's quite funny actually, because I shot the 2.2 version fairly comfortably. I think it was I don't know, it felt different. I don't know whether, I'm just trying to think now, different magazine or something, or just smaller magazine. It just felt more comfortable. When I tried shooting this, left-handed, this one, no, I was sort of squashing my big hooter on that magazine, so it didn't really work. So I had to sort of just shoot this right-handed, which is always a pain for me because I'm proper left-handed, so I'm obviously left-handed and I'm left eye dominant as well, so I'm sort of full lefty. So I had to sort of use my dodgy eye and my dodgy side to shoot this, but I got amazing results with a big selection of pellets. So I'll talk about that in a minute. We'll get on to accuracy. So let's just take it from the top, shall we? So I think I've done a standard Mark III Wildcat review, I think. Oh, God knows, can't remember. So for those who don't know, so it's not ambidextrous, okay, but you can get left-hand versions, okay, of the Wildcat. So you have this sloping polymer cheek piece there, which is comfortable. Not much if you're a lefty, though. Very comfortable if you're a lefty, okay, just saying. Just saying. That is your second reg gauge there, when I can think, okay. You can adjust the regulators on these. I probably wouldn't do it on a sub 12 version, not really worth it. On a firearm version or a higher power version, then yeah, definitely do it. You can really tweak it to the ammunition that you are using, okay. Adjustable hammer spring, which is at the back. What does the hammer spring do? Well, the hammer, basically. So you can adjust the hammer spring tension, okay. All that does is this wheel here, so that's on maximum there. So the 7 is at the bottom, so that's on maximum. With this being a sub 12, I've just left it basically on full power, okay? Because it's not going to be pushing over 12 foot-pounds anyway. But on different power, on like higher power versions, that'll probably be more relevant, where you can sort of turn the power down. So if you was having like a long range shot, you want it on max power. And then all of a sudden, if you're going into like a barn or something, then you probably want to crank the power down, and, you know, just so you don't sort of damage anything apart from the quarry that you're shooting, obviously. What does that do? So that, in a nutshell, basically that controls the amount of air that is going behind that pellet, okay? So that basically holds that sort of lets the air flow through the barrel, if you like. I'm trying to keep it simple. So you don't want that letting air through the barrel or down the barrel once the pellet has left the muzzle, do you? Because it's basically just going to be wasting air. So you just want that basically tweaked so it's just pushing an efficient amount of air for that pellet in that length of barrel, basically, okay? If you're getting a sub 12 version, don't worry about it. Seriously, don't worry about it. If you're using a higher power version and you're sort of using heavy pellets or slugs, then you might want to tweak that, and obviously tweak the regulators. Dual regulated, so you've got one here, one there. This basically, imagine it as a dam. This slows that air down and makes the second regulator sort of easier to cope with it. So it's just sort of staging everything down, kind of like think of it as water in a dam. It's slowing the pressure down a little bit just to make it less work for the regulators to, you know, do their stuff. That's pretty much how it works. That is the barrel. Obviously the barrel goes all the way back here. So I'm just sort of, you know, you guys that are not familiar with FXs that might be watching this, I'm just sort of telling you how it is. So your magazine goes in here. This is your cocking lever. Cock and lever is really nice. What I reckon FX probably should have done, or in my opinion anyway, is put that chunky handle on there that's on the Impact Mark III. Don't know, just my opinion. I think that not only would have looked really cool, but I don't know, I think in my opinion, I'm just sort of throwing it out there, it would be nicer. I think the big chunky handle on the M3 really works well. Maybe they couldn't on this one, you know, I'm not sure. Maybe it just wouldn't have worked, but I do like that big hefty cocking handle on the Impact Mark III. Really cool. Safety catch is here. Okay, not too noisy, does exactly what it says on the tin. This bit here is your plenum. Okay, so that basically is your gunpowder that fires that pellet along the barrel. You've got the Smooth Twist X barrel in here, so a really accurate barrel, really accurate. And then this is where it all changes with the BT. So gone is the tube or the cylinder, and now you've got the bottle just to keep things more compact. Bigger plenum, I think it's 84 cc the plenum is now, and just a big amount of air compared to the cylinder that you have on the standard model. Really cool. It just keeps this thing so compact. And the beauty of having the bottle is the gauge is no longer at the end of the cylinder, where you have to sort of look at the wrong end of the gun to see how much fuel's left in it. It's at the side where it kind of is just better. It's just better to have it there. And you've got a fill port as well, which is just awesome. So nice and easy. Just makes it dead easy to fill up. I mean, not that the old one was difficult or anything, or the standard is difficult. It's just, I don't know, I prefer that. I really do prefer that. So yeah, really cool. Right, importantly, how did it get on at the range? Well, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. No problems with it. No problems with the magazines. Everything worked really well. That is the magazine, by the way. This one is in 177. Dead easy to use. The magazines are just basically crank them round like that. They're under spring tension. Put your first pellet in there. That locks it, and then just fill it all up. And imagine that's full of pellets, and I'm not just let it go. You put your cover on and spin it round like so. Brilliant. They work really well. They've got last shot stop as well, so when you fired your last shot, you can't close the cocking lever. It just won't let you, because it's basically, there's a stop there. Okay, so that stops you wasting air. So you can decock the Wildcat as well, which is really cool. But I'll leave that cocked for a minute, because the safety's on. I will fire it in a second just to measure the trigger. Now, like I said, no problems at all with the magazines. No feed issues, nothing, just totally reliable, which is awesome. So how did it get on the range? Now, first of all, I've got a load of targets to show you guys. First of all, the 2.2 version that I was using, that did really well. This is 30 yards, okay? This is with H&N Barracuda 15s, and these are 15.89 grains, 5-shot groups at 30 yards. That is pretty good. Look at that, to put a smiley face next to that one. That is accurate. Okay, that was the 2.2 version. This is 2.2 version target as well. Again, 30 yards. H&M Field Target Trophy, 14.66 grains. 5-shot groups. Boom. That is accurate. And then we went on to the 177. So this gun, and let me just get my targets in order. These did exceptionally well. Now, look at this for accuracy. Now, on this target, I was using H&N Field Target Trophy. These were setting the standard pretty much, okay? Just showing you there. Okay, I was using them. Thank you to H&N for supplying ammo. Check this group out, 5-shot group. Boom, 30 yards, guys. That is amazing. And then this, now bear in mind, this is me shooting this gun right-handed. I'm a lefty. So I was struggling a little bit, to be fair, but that is what I got. That's the best group, by the way. The others did, they're still good. 5-shot groups, in fact, they are excellent, okay? That was with FT Trophy, H&M Field Target Trophy, 8.64 grains. Flipping excellent. Next one was, I used Barracuda Lights, H&M Barracuda Lights. Okay, let's just show you what they look like. Okay, I was using them. They are 9.57 grain, those ones are. This was the results again, 30 yards, 5-shot groups. Excellent. And if I was shooting a left-hand version of this, those groups would be way smaller, they would. Plus you guys get way better groups than me anyway. And then what do we use? We used H&N Barracuda Hunters, which are those hollow points. Okay, these are 10.49 grain. That's them, slightly longer pellet as well. 30 yards again, 5-shot groups. These were the results. I think these just ripped the paper a bit, sort of drastically with them being hollow points. I think they just destroyed the paper a bit more. Not bad, not bad at all. So I just wanted to try them, that, you know, hunting pellet, and then, well, you know, a lot of people's favourite hunting pellet, the Hades. On the next target, these were 10.34 grain. The Hades were, or are. And these are my results. JSB Hades Diablo, 10.34 grain, 30 yards, 5-shot groups again. And like I said, this is me shooting right-handed. That is flipping accurate. And this is sub 12 foot-pound, guys. So that is very, very good accuracy indeed. Okay, dead chuffed with accuracy, as you can tell. What a great little gun. Seriously, I think FX have really, they've not come out with anything sort of, I don't think it's like a major, it's not like massively, it's not like a massive game-changing model. I don't think. It's another, it's like another version of that model that will accommodate slugs and heavy pellets. And I think, you know, especially obviously not so much in the 12 foot-pound, sub 12 foot-pound versions. Although it'd be interesting to try some of the new H&N 177 slugs through this. I don't think sub 12 foot-pound I'll have the energy to really put those pellets into their own, but if I get a fire engine, I will definitely try those. Definitely, that'll be really interesting to see how they do. But what an awesome gun, coupled with this Hugget Magna, I always call it Magna. This thing was super silent, super silent. I'm going to dry fire it now because I'm going to measure the trigger straight out of the box, see what it's doing. Just out of interest. It felt super, super slick, the trigger did. Let's give it a pull. Oh, 1.2 pounds. Oh yeah, say no more, say no more. Really, really nice. Let's flip it over and have a look at the other side. I love the ventilated rail that you get. Really cool. I know that's sort of on the Mark III anyway, but I'm just loving this bottle conversion. I love the look of the carbon fiber bottles. I think they look so cool, so cool. But the fact that you get a massive shot count and you can switch them out as well, it really does bring this gun into its own. It really, really does. Right, let's show you the box now. Standard FX box, pretty much. And with this box, you can fit the rifle in when it's wearing a scope as well, which is always a bonus. What's in the box? Well, obviously you get the gun. I'm knocking my lights over. You get the filler connector there, which obviously you need, and the manual. Okay, let's have a look at the manual. Let's just get the box out of the way. Usual sort of FX box, which is really nice, tough and durable. You know, it's not the sort of box you're just going to sort of throw in your attic and never use again. Now, this pretty much covers, the manual pretty much covers the standard version with the cylinder. It don't really cover the BT. They've sort of just thrown in the, although it, you know, it does show, I think it's a Maverick with the bottle there, but you know, it covers everything you really need to know. So nice and clear, good photos in the manual. What FX? There's no exploded diagrams. I reckon the reason they do that is because they don't want to show you their secrets, and I don't blame them either. So, but no, guys, what a cool gun! This has been very interesting. Testing this new gun out. I was gonna. It's quite funny actually. I almost. It's quite interesting with it being a cat. The Wildcat RACKNLOAD almost let the cat out of the bag prior to the release of this because I didn't know about it. And yes, I nearly sort of jumped over the start line before I should have, but that's another story. But yeah, the FX Wildcat Mark III BT, what an excellent rifle. I have really enjoyed using this, even if I have been shooting it right-handed. It has been interesting actually. After a bit, I was kind of settling into it. It's not so much shooting right-handed for me, it's more that I'm left-eye dominant. So I'm always sort of trying to get a bit of a bead through the scope. But no, this is going to really appeal to the guys that want to sort of push out heavier pellets, push out slugs. Like I said, it's really going to come into its own, I personally think, with the higher power versions, although the sub 12 versions are just going to be an excellent high shot count, compact little hunter that will really come into its own in sort of barns and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching. That is RACKNLOAD. See you on the next one. See ya.